Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. XRP is still, moving sideways here. Basically continues to be in a range, continues to be in this triangle here. The overall view of XRP is that we created here a wave 1 that was back in April 21. Since then, we haven't made a new all-time high anyway, or new highs. We've just made lower highs and have come basically lower. My view is, and my reading of the chart is, that we came down in a wave A, we moved up in a wave B, we moved down in a wave C, which completed a wave W, then we moved up in a wave X, which is also a corrective pattern. So basically the pattern here of this overall correction is a WXY pattern, and the wave W consists of an ABC, the wave X does, and the wave Y does as well. And I think we are now in the Y wave, and I think we've done the wave A to the downside here. We're just in the process of doing the wave B, and we would come down then in a wave C. This all stands until we break above 92 cents. The structure of the chart is just not very attractive. The structure would need us to break above the wave X high to make the wave B scenario unlikely, which doesn't mean we couldn't see short-term upside. I'm basically expecting short-term upside. We talk about that in a minute. But overall, the trend is down here, and you can draw a very nice trend line actually here to the downside. Well, where you could say, if you, depending on how you draw it, there's a couple of ways how you draw it. You can draw it like that. If we do it like that, we've got 2 touch points here, so a third touch point might be triggered exactly when you reach that 92 cent level, or you do it a little bit steeper. And if you do it a bit steeper, then well, it's difficult, isn't it? Because then you are cutting through previous here. This is one, in this scenario, you've actually broken it down here, but the price has sort of failed so far to follow through on any possible bullish ambitions here. So I wouldn't really put too much emphasis on the triangle or on the trend line. But my view is, at the moment, because of all the mess that happened down here in the sort of 35 cent area, that this is not yet a structure to build a new all-time high on. So at the moment I'm very careful. My view is that the chart is an absolute mess. It's not very attractive. You can read a structure into this. The problem is that you can also read very easily a bearish structure into this. Talked about that before. The most bullish interpretation is that, and this is the sort of all-time chart, the most bullish interpretation is that you had here a wave 1. This was 2017, 2018. So we moved up in a wave 1, basically something bullish. We came down in a wave 2. And then we have another 1, 2 setup here, which again would then need to turn around and move up in a wave 3. This would be the most bullish interpretation. The problem with this chart, because we made a lower high here in 2021, you could very easily say that, you had a wave 1 here. And this is just an A, B, and we come down in a C, and the C wave would need to get below 10 cents. So, it's just not a chart where, you need to be super excited about. At least I'm not. I'm not. I don't, get me wrong. I always say, I do own some XRP, but it is just not where you want to sort of, I don't know, you can do what you want, but it's not where I want to invest really more. So I'm just sort of holding, waiting, see what happens. I'm not too much exposed here to XRP. But in the very short term, that would mean that we're still waiting for this wave B to play out, so a little bit higher. As you can see, I have labeled this as a wave A to the upside, this rally where everybody got super excited. That told you, don't panic, we'll probably move sideways or come down again, which we're doing now, just sort of consolidating here. And this could be this ABC triangle, ABCDE triangle. I had to move the wave C lower. In the previous video I had it here, but we broke it, which means, okay, wave C could still be ongoing, or was finished basically here at 42 cents, because we haven't broken the 41.7 cent level, the wave A low. As long as you're holding that, the triangle is valid. So I would now expect a little bit higher in a wave D, then down in an E, and then we could break out to the upside in a C wave. So these triangles often appear in B waves. So this is one possible interpretation. The other interpretation, if we want to get away without using a triangle, well, I think we have to go with a triangle, to be honest now. We could easily label now the D wave here as WXY. That's absolutely possible. and we would then move up in next, yeah, in this D wave, then down in E, and then move up in the C wave. Yeah, the problem is, as long as you're not breaking out of a triangle, yeah, you don't have a clear signal. So the signal to the downside would be a break of the A wave that would invalidate the triangle. So as per this triangle count, you would expect wave B to finish when wave E bottoms, and then you would move up in an impulse in a wave C. But if we break to the downside, it was obviously not the correct count. And this, however, would only become evident if we break below that 41.7 cent level, below the low of the wave A. To the upside, we can consider the triangle as broken as soon as we get above the B wave high, which is at 54.8 cents. So at the moment, this shows the chart. At the moment, I do expect further upside in wave C generally. This would allow wave B to top out, and then we would come down once more. That is sort of my reading of the chart. Could it be that we're in something more bullish? Yes, it could be. Not very likely at the moment. I'm happy to be convinced otherwise, but then the price to really give me some evidence, you know, I want the price to shoot above the 92 cent level. So there's a lot of work XRP needs to do to basically convince us that something more bullish is going on, which again, if you compare this chart, for example, to the Ethereum chart, Ethereum could already be in a breakout pattern with a higher likelihood, whereas XRP actually, yeah, isn't. Or at least for XRP, much more bearish possibilities are here on the chart. And that's why it's, for me, not too interesting to trade or to invest, right? Of course, you can trade it, but it's sort of for anybody who's interested in this longer term. I mean, you need to do what you find is correct. And I can only tell you what my view of this chart is. My view of the chart is that until we break above 92 cents, there is still a lot of downside pressure on the chart. And this is not something that excites me here at the moment. Also, the wave C came down quite a lot. And yeah, I mean, the signal to come down further would be a break of that 41.7 level, of course. And if we do that, well, then I think we'll see prices all the way down in the first instance to 38 cents. That's another support level. And then down here, 35 cents. So yeah, at the moment, we're still in the range, just need a bit of patience. We're still above the 50-day moving average, this yellow line that you can see here. So until we break that, you know, we are sort of, you could say we are in some kind of an uptrend. But yeah, the price now needs to deliver, right? Can't just be in this sideways range forever. So it is something that we need to observe. And I gave you all the key levels here to keep an eye on. And I also gave you the target. The target to the upside, by the way, would be around 78 cents. So for the C wave, the target would be 78 cents if we break above that wave B high here at 54.8. Okay, and that's my update about XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.